You know that mini heart attack when you realize your CGM is barely hanging on? Yep, I've been there. Mid run, mid game, mid life. Suddenly, I'm more focused on whether my sensor's gonna fall off than actually moving. And as someone who's constantly running, playing basketball, or pickleball, or volleyball, that's something I don't have time for. That's why I was hyped when I found that the KT tape, yes, the same brand I trust for my marathon training or taping my knee for volleyball, makes a CGM patch. It's a patch that actually sticks. And honestly, it's been a life enhancer for me. Let me show you why. I remember when I was trekking through the jungle in Sierra Leone into a 15-kilometer journey. And that's a lot of miles to scope out where I was going to do our next pop up medical clinic when my CGM fell off. The humidity, brutal. The terrain, unstable. My blood sugar, no idea. I didn't get an alert or anything before my CGM fell off, so I figured I was probably fine. But in that moment, I realized how much I relied on my CGM, not just for real time data, but for peace of mind. And your girl was sweating. That moment, it stuck with me because while I thrived through it, looking back, I was frustrated and honestly a little scared. I was hours away from being able to replace my sensor. I had completely different environment and my CGM adhesive wasn't built for that level of movement and sweat. That's when I realized I need extra support, not just for those extreme moments, but anytime I was outside of my everyday go to, when I'm doing something cool or when I'm sweating, aka exercising. Now let's fast forward 6 months. I'm training for the New York Marathon, and let me tell you, my body is completely different when I'm sweating and moving and pushing through long training runs. I quickly realized that my CGM wasn't just peeling during big adventures, it was struggling to keep up with my everyday workouts too. I needed to fix it. I didn't want to have to think about whether my sensor was still attached while focusing on my pace, my recovery, or even just being in the moment and enjoying it, enjoying the time for movement. That's when I saw that KT tape makes a CGM patch. If you're like me, you probably have questions. So let's break down the most common ones. Where can you buy it? You can grab it many places at your CVS, your Walmart, online at their website. It's pretty easy to find. Why this works for me. For over 10 years, I managed my diabetes without a CGM. And now that I have one, I refuse to spend time worrying about whether it's gonna stay put. I needed a patch that moves with me and not against me, and this is it. So if you sweat, if you're training, if you have an active lifestyle, if you run into things like doorknobs, this might be a real solution for you.